A great, wonderful day to all. I'm Sahana and welcome back to Tofu Diaries. My method of relaxation is trying out new desserts, and I have never really decorated a cake. So, wouldn't it be perfect to bake a cake as well as decorate it? So, without further ado, let's get started. Step 1. Baking the cake. My main focus is on decorating the cake, so I'm using a box cake mix. For that, you will need eggs, oil, vanilla extract and H2O, commonly known as water. Start beating your eggs with an electric beater. If you don't have it, you can use a whisk or even a fork works good. Now add one at a time oil and water until both are combined. Here is a tip for you. Instead of using cold water, use the same amount of hot water into your batter. The hot water allows the cocoa to bloom, giving you an even chocolatier flavor than you would have gotten with the cold water. Add your cake mix to the wet ingredients and mix well until it's well incorporated. Now it's time to add the vanilla extract and mix well. Here I have taken my baking tin and greased it with oil and baking paper so that the cake releases easily. Cake batter needs air in order to bake up into a light and fluffy delight. To help get rid of the air bubbles, tap the pan on the counter a few times. Preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius and bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. Once the cake is done, let it to rest, and this is the best time to prepare the whipped cream. When whipping a cream, you should remember and follow few steps. First, finding the best quality whipping cream. I used a brand name Fiona, but there are many other good creams like Riches, Tropolite and Amul. Keep your cream in the freezer, not in the refrigerator if you want your unused cream to last longer. Cut the portion of whipping cream you want to use and place it in the refrigerator a night before or leave it to melt in a room temperature 5 to 10 minutes before. Remember to freeze the bowl you're using, or if you forgot like me, take a big bowl, place few ice cubes and then place the bowl with cream. So repeating again, you can use a whisk, but it takes a lot of effort and time. The first stage of whipping a cream is soft peaks, and this takes about a minute. When you take your beater up, the cream should be thick but falling. This is the right time to add your vanilla extract and powdered sugar. If your cream contains sugar, which is non-dairy, then skip this step. Now again start beating it until it reaches a stiff peak. That is when you lift your beater and it is so thick and the peak doesn't fall or bend. You should also be able to flip the bowl upside down. Now that the cake is cool, let us take it out of the pan. Now cut 2 layers in your cake and save the top one for later decorations. Many people use sugar syrup to add extra moisture to the cake, but I'm using a mixture of condensed milk and water. This not only moisturizes the cake but gives an extra flavor. Remember, we saved the muffin tops, the top layer of the cake. Instead of throwing it away, you can crush it finely and add it as a decoration. Now comes the assembling part. I have taken my whipping cream, a plate and a spatula. If you don't have the spatula, you can use a long knife, even that works. As a base, add a dollop of cream and place the first layer of the cake and spread the whipping cream nice and smooth. And then add the second layer of the cake upside down and start frosting a thin layer called the crumb coat. This catches any falling particles and allows a smooth surface to work with. Once the crumb coat is set, add an extra layer of cream and start decorating the way you want. Bring out your inner artist and be creative as much as you can. Now I'm using these cake crumbs and decorating the outer part of the cake. Once done, I'm gonna pipe few details using whipping cream. At last, it's ready, and remembering that it's my first decorated cake, let's see the end result. I spent a lot of time and tried my level best to make this cake look good. What do you all think for my first time decorating a cake? Is it good? Leave a comment and like this video. Kindly subscribe. And until then, signing off, Sahana.